Good morning, good evening, or good day. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you like my content. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Welcome. And today's video is a video all about immigration consultants. So I do have a piece of paper here next to me with some notes, so I will be looking here just to make sure that I'm getting all my things right. And I just want to make sure that I don't go off the topic or start wandering off on a tangent. So let's get on with the video. Just a little note, I am sitting in a room with just natural lighting. I don't have my lights on, so it might be a little bit dark. If not, well, thank goodness. It's just a bit of a grey, cloudy day out there, so I just wanted to say that it is natural light, so I hope that it stays nice and light like it is right now. So let's get on with the video. Today I just want to talk about immigration consultants. I just want to speak about why we chose one, and then some helpful tips of how you could find your own immigration consultant. So firstly, we found our immigration consultant that we finally went with off a Facebook group suggestion. But one of the ones that I'm going to get into before, we found her via word of mouth, but she didn't work out. So yes, it just depends. You can find your immigration consultant by word of mouth, by Facebook group, by adverts, by internet. So there is many avenues to travel down to find an immigration consultant. We also chose an immigration consultant because we were warned that immigration can be very complicated. It can also it is a lot of money if you are immigrating. When you're paying for your visas, it is a lot of money, so you don't want to waste your money. Therefore, if you use an immigration consultant, they know what they're doing. They've been doing it for a very long time, and they give you the right advice. Therefore, you are able to pay them money as well as the money for your visa, and you know that you are taken care of because they have done it many times before. The other thing was a huge amount of peace of mind. So just a little small background, my husband is a British citizen, and because I am his spouse, I was able to come over on a spousal visa, and our 3 children are dependent on my spousal visa. So if you haven't watched my intro video, I am a South African living in England, and obviously England they've got a lot of different visas, but I didn't qualify for any other visa other than the spousal visa, so that's why we went the spousal visa route. And also, just with regards to our spousal visa, our situation, my husband and I had to be apart for 6 months. He had to come to England, work, and produce 6 months bank statements, 6 months pay slips, things like that. He had to make sure that we had a home to rent when I got here with the children. So it is a long and complicated process. So that is also why we chose an immigration consultant, because so that they could say, do this, do this, do this, use that, use that, use that, submit this, submit that. And of course, with anything in life, the immigration consultant did come with a cost, which we had to pay her all in full before we submitted our application. So if you are considering using an immigration consultant, please remember that they do come quite costly. It is because of their know-how and that the fact that they help you with whatever it is that you are applying for. So please remember, if you are going to be using an immigration consultant, to budget for their costs as well. It's difficult to say. I would work on about 15,000 Rand and upwards. Some are more reasonable price, some are less reasonable, some are more expensive. So please, that's just a ballpark figure. Sorry, 15,000 Rand, South African rands. Not quite sure what that is in pounds or any other currency, but it is 15,000 South African rands. So yes. So we decided to go with an immigration consultant for those three very simple reasons. The visa process can be complicated. The visa costs a lot of money, and the fact that the immigration consultant knows what they're doing, therefore giving you peace of mind. So we went with a immigration consultant for those 3 very simple reasons. My advice to you on how to find an immigration consultant, it is very easy. First of all, you need to decide on a country. Whatever country you are going to, you can go to England, to Australia, to New Zealand. Remember, you have to qualify for a visa for that country, or if you are fortunate enough to have citizenship from another country, that obviously helps you a lot. So, for example, my husband is a British citizen, therefore he can come and live in the United Kingdom. Therefore, I qualified for a spousal visa because my husband and I, at the time that we applied, we had been married for 8 years. But that's not to say that your situation is the same. Every couple, every situation, every visa is different. Again, this is another reason to use an immigration consultant because, for example, if you have a family member who immigrated on an ancestral visa because their spouse had an ancestral visa, that is different to a spousal visa. It's easier and better to speak to a trained professional like an immigration consultant with regards to your situation and your visa or your passport, for example. Okay, so my husband is a British citizen, I'm his spouse. I came over on a spousal visa. Our 3 daughters are dependents on my spousal visa. Okay. So basically you need to decide on which country you're going to. Then once you've decided on a country that you are going to, you then need to go to the next procedure, which is, my advice to you is to join a Facebook group for that relevant country. So we were going to England. I joined a Facebook group called Immigrating to the UK and Ireland, being Northern Ireland. And you have to answer a couple of questions. You get told the rules and you have to agree to the rules. Please, guys, if you're going to join a Facebook group, seriously, follow the rules, do what they ask, and your time on the group will be a lot nicer than if you don't follow the rules, you don't do what you're told, then they're going to have to ask you to either leave or they're going to delete your comments or your question, and then you are going to be sitting and, it's just not fun. Don't make the admin police you and don't break the rules. It's just that simple. And you and the admin will get along fine, and you and the rest of the people on the group will get along fine, and everybody's happy. And we all want to be happy. So, yes. Just remember that you obviously then they will give you an answer. Yes, you can join, or no, you may not join, etc. And you then go on to the group if you have been accepted, and you can ask the group for some suggestions on an immigration consultant. Let me explain to you why I say that. When we started this whole procedure, I mentioned that we did use another lady who was by word of mouth, and she came recommended from somebody else. The visa wasn't the same, obviously. She just was not very professional, in my opinion. She used to scare me. She used to say things that were not needed to be said. She said that I required things on the list that I did not require according to the official website. Things like that. She just really scared me, and she just wasn't very professional. Unless I contacted her, she never contacted me. I felt like I was chasing after her. And yes, I did immigrate last year during the COVID incident, but on level 5 and level 4 in South Africa, I never made contact with her because I realized that there was absolutely nothing she could do. All the immigration offices were closed and things like that. So I did realize it was pointless to contact her, and she was obviously spending time with her family. So I never disturbed her in those months in level 4 and level 5 in South Africa. Once we got to level 3, I made contact with her again, and she just did not do what she was supposed to be doing. Anyway, once that was all over, I never said to her that I was looking for another immigration consultant. I contacted a few people. I asked for some advice, not on the Facebook group just yet. I asked from people from personal, and some people said, oh, try this lady. This lady's got no one. This lady's a one-man band. She's very efficient, blah, blah. Well, she wasn't very efficient. She wasn't very helpful. Again, I found that I was chasing my tail. I was trying to contact her, trying to get answers out of her, and nothing was going on. So I just was like, why am I wasting my time? So I then sat and thought, well, should I do this on my own? And I posed a question to the Facebook group and I said, hi everybody, I'm having a few hassles. I've tried 2 immigration consultants, they are not helpful. I'm really battling, and I got an overwhelming response. Do not try this on your own. It is a very complicated process. Unless you are extremely familiar with the process, it's probably best to get an immigration consultant. And then they listed names of people, names of companies that I could try. The 3 most popular was Brayton Box, Sable International, and RCV International. Now, that is the one that we eventually went with. We went with Robin from RCV International. Robin is extremely helpful. She is a very nice person. She answers questions. She put me at complete ease. She listened to my questions. She helped me. And then we got to a point where I did have to pay her some money, which I did. And then obviously by the time it came time to apply for the visas right at the end, her bill was completely and fully paid, which is, it is a condition that you have to pay your immigration consultant before you apply, which is only fair. I mean, they are doing you a huge service, so you need to make sure that you pay them. I am going to I'm going to put a link down below of Robin's details. Please, guys, she does not give out her cell phone number. She is very busy, so you may contact her and Robin may say, I'm sorry, I'm at full capacity at the moment, which is very kind of her because that means that she is giving her clients the attention that they need. Please also remember that there have been travel bans put on again. There is probably a backlog at all, with regards to all applications. So please just remember that if you are going to contact Robin, please remember that they are also dealing with a whole lot of things. Any other agency for that matter, please remember they are dealing with a lot at the moment. So please just try and be patient and remember that they are trying their best to help as many people as they can in this time of uncertainty, which is 2021. Sorry, it is now December 2021, and as I'm sure some of you know, there have been, like I say, there's travel bans again, but they will eventually, things will start to move along again. So yes, that is the thing that you need to remember, that when you contact any immigration agent at this present moment, they are going through a lot and they are trying to help as many people as they can with the limitations that have been put onto all travel at the moment. So yes, that's just a little bit of some advice. Also, just remember that no matter who you contact, no matter who you decide to go with, every agency has positive and negative comments. It just is the way it is. It's like everything in life, there is positive and negative. But from me and from a majority of people that I know, that I have spoken to, that RCV have helped. Not only Robin, there are other ladies at RCV International. I have only heard positive things. I have yet to hear a negative thing. So please remember, if you would like to use them, I will link them down below. Any other agency, you can ask on the Facebook group, or you can Google it for yourself and have a look at the different agencies, because there are quite a few, and you don't only have to go with one. You can go with whomever you decide is, better for your needs. And that brings me to my next point, which is once you have decided on an immigration agent, contact them, have a chat with them. I know that there are certain agencies who will not help you unless you've paid them some money. Unfortunately, that is because what happened in the past is people would phone them, get advice, and then go and do their visa themselves. So basically, they were helping you, and you were, people were leaving them and they were losing money. So what they've had to do is they've had to put in a condition that you have to pay them up front, which again, remember, they are providing you a service. Therefore, you need to just, pay them and, respect them, that they are trying to make a living that way. So always remember that you could probably ask questions to a point, and then they're going to say to you, but we need some money now, which is, again, only fair. So ask as many questions as you can, and be very careful when you are asking questions, not to an immigration consultant, when you're asking questions to other people. Just remember that every person, every visa, every submission, application, whatever, is different. They are different. No, I highly doubt that they are very similar situations. And what might go really quickly for one person could take many weeks for the next person. So just remember that when you are choosing an immigration consultant as well, once you've paid them, once they're doing your application, please just remember that they cannot make your application go any faster. They can't. It is impossible. And there is nobody who can make your application go faster, but it's in the hands of whichever immigration office that you sent it to, New Zealand, Australia, England, wherever. They are in charge of, things like that. So just remember that when you're picking an immigration consultant, that they actually don't have any control over the time that it takes your application to complete, if you've been granted the visa or not. Just remember that it doesn't help. It doesn't make it go any faster. You're basically picking an immigration consultant for peace of mind. And like I say, because they know what they're doing and they are able to give you expert advice on certain things. Basically, you need to just also remember that once you have chosen an agent, before you pay them any money and before you decide to settle with them, make sure that they are a proper agency who are actually going to help you. I lost quite a bit of money because I put a deposit down on the first person that I spoke about, and the one that came recommended from other people. I put a deposit down and she was just so bad, and we lost money there. So please be very careful and remember that you are paying a lot of money to these people and you are paying a lot of money for your visas. So please make sure that they are a valid, registered, certified, whatever immigration consultant, and they are actually going to help you. You don't want to be in a situation where you have paid a huge deposit and then they run off with your money. So please, just a little bit of advice, make sure they are a certified agent, or like I said, if you've joined the Facebook group and people have recommended them, remember those are probably the people that you want to stick with. Don't just go with someone who's a fly-by-night who's going to steal your money. And believe me, there are people out there who will con you, who will take your money, who will give you the wrong visa. So be very careful. It didn't happen to me. Like I said, I am on a Facebook group, and you must see some of the comments and some of the things that have been said and done to people, and I just feel very sorry for them. So please remember to be vigilant and make sure that you pick the right immigration consultant for yourself. So that is my advice. And what I can say is all the best to you. Good luck to you. I hope that wherever you decide to go, you will be very happy, and your immigration consultant will just help you so much, and you will get all the details and all the things that you need from them. And I really and truly hope that you have a really great day further. And again, thank you so much for watching my video. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you like me and you'd like to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. And it's been so great catching up with you guys again. Have a great day. Bye.